Well, hi, everybody. I'm Don Stewart. Today is Thursday, the 9th day of January, 2025. And we're going to give you the latest of what's going on here in Southern California. Why I haven't been with you is because of all the things that have been occurring in the last 48 hours. It is literally beyond devastating. It is heartbreaking what we've seen. We talked here yesterday at 4:30 in the morning, and we said about the Palisades fire and how far it had gotten, and that wasn't even the beginning of it. And we mentioned another one in Altadena, Pasadena, called the Eaton Fire. It just had started firing up. And since then, about 100,000 people have evacuated their homes there, about that many in the Palisades area, Hollywood. The whole Southern California is beyond devastated. It is just something, and everybody keeps using the same word, apocalyptic is what they see. The destruction, devastation is unreal. The smoke is everywhere. Now we're not, the fire is not near, well, it's near us, but it's not where we have to evacuate. But the smoke is, and it's terrible. And like we said yesterday, I don't do really well with smoke. And so it's not a really good place to be. My daughter, who lives in Los Angeles, called me yesterday afternoon and said, Dad, when do I evacuate? And I said, well, how far are you from the fire? She said 13 miles from the one in Palisades and about same from the one in Altadena. I said, if it gets closer, Gabby, then you evacuate. Well, a couple hours later, we're watching the news. There's a news conference going on. They break into it. A fire had erupted in the Hollywood Hills called the Sunset Fire. And they showed it and just started literally exploding. And then it started moving south. Well, my daughter lives about 2.5 miles south of that. And so I got on the phone to her and I said, get out of there now. And she did, brought her roommate, brought her dog, and it came and joined us last night. We made the best of it with all our animals here at this house. We don't have a really big house, so we got a lot of animals here, but we made it all right. But really a dicey situation there. They got the all clear today. They will be going back, but it was very, very scary, very, very frightening. And we're not out of the woods yet. We've still got some hot and dry weather here. We're under a red flag alert. There's going to be some winds are fortunately lower today. They were 90 miles an hour the other night in the Altadena area at times. And so the uptick, if they're going to uptick again tonight and tomorrow, so we'll still see what happens. But watching the news, it's 24/7 wall-to-wall coverage on all our networks. So we got about 8 different networks in Southern Cal that all of them wall-to-wall coverage, and it's all the reporters are out there. God bless these first responders that are there. One group in Altadena worked 30 straight hours. These firefighters have got crews coming in from all over the United States and or Western United States anyway, helping out. And it's not over yet. And it's just been, beyond devastating here. That's where I born and raised, grew up. One of the monuments here in Southern California, one of the places that we've always seen when we drive down the freeways, the Mount Wilson Observatory and the Mount Wilson Towers, where in the early days of TV, all of this TV signals here in Southern California came from that. You'd have this thing on the back of your TV. Some of you remember that called rabbit ears, where you'd move with the antenna. Well, it all came from Mount Wilson, and that's the Eaton Fire. They just showed it. It's right at the base of Mount Wilson there. It's probably about to destroy the towers that are there. Now they've got better technology now where they don't, well, they still use these towers, these senders and receivers, but it's like the whole Southern Cal is basically, which I just got another message here. My little fire app is telling me what else is going on. That was the noise you heard if you could hear it in the background. But anyway, it's so tough. It's so tough. So that's why I wasn't able to do a breaking news today. I will try to do one tomorrow. There are stories that are in the news that are very, very important we want to get to, but this is unheard of. In fact, it was interesting looking at Breitbart yesterday. Alex Marlow was interviewing a person. Now, I got to think of his name. Come on, Joel, that always writes the articles there in Breitbart. And he said, who lives in actually, Joel lives the one of the writers there lives in Pacific Palisades. And basically, Alex Marlow said, this already the first, well, it's only the first week of the year. This might be the story of 2025. It's the devastation there is unreal. Right now, the cost is estimated anywhere from 50 to 75 billion is what it's going to cost. It may be a lot higher than that. It's just sad watching people's lives, their houses, their livelihood, everything go down the drain, running away with just the shirts on their back, and that's it. And now what do you do? Where do you put all these people? You've got all these people that are now don't have a home. And to rebuild all these things would take decades, probably years and years. And so it's by far the largest fire we've ever seen here in Southern California. I was here in 61. We had the Bel Air fire. About 550 houses were destroyed then. I remember where we lived, the ash would come on our house, and from that it was everywhere. But this is like twice the size of that, and the number of people who have lost things. So anyway, that's why I haven't been on the air. We've been busy here with, my daughter. It's her 29th birthday today, by the way, too. And the dog and, my cats aren't used to seeing dogs, and this dog has really never seen cats before. And well, the only dog they saw is my 6-pound Pomeranian, and this dog weighs like 75 pounds. Anyway, it's been quite hectic here yesterday and today, and the smoke is not helping my lungs at all either. So anyway, we'll try and get something tomorrow for you, God willing. It's just heartbreaking to see, and so that's why I haven't been on the air. We've just been busy with them. At least they're going to get able to get back and hopefully not be in harm's way. But thank you for your prayers. We're okay here, except for the smoke, and so far so good. But anyway, we'll keep you posted on that, and we'll bring you up to date with the latest stories tomorrow that have something to do with last day's Bible prophecy. We haven't forgotten to do that, but it's been very distracting to say the least here in the last 48 hours. And words can't even describe it. It's hard to even put into words. So anyway, thank you for listening, and keep praying, please, for California, because it's never going to be the same. Some of the landmarks that have been here forever, Hollywood, LA, and what makes it famous are gone. And it's just hurtful to see in people's lives. Again, not we've had 5 losses of life, but also you can imagine one day you wake up, go to work, you think as usual, and you're by an hour or two later, your house is gone and everything you own, everything that you had, all the memories. So anyway, thank you for your prayers. Love you guys. God bless you. And we'll talk to you again tomorrow, God willing, and try and bring you some stories of what's taking place in the news besides here in Southern California. All right, I'm Don Stewart. Again, thank you for watching. Until next time, as always, may the Lord richly, richly bless.